This is Homelink 4.2, Arrays. Your child is learning how to represent multiplication problems using pictures called arrays. An array is a group of items arranged in equal rows and equal columns. Help your child use counters, such as pennies or macaroni, to build the array in each problem. Your child should record each solution on the dots next to the problem. So these dots are an array. So this is a 5 by 6 array. There are 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 dots in each row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 30 dots in all, since 5 times 6 equals 30. We've begun to talk about arrays, and we've begun to use them in class some. When we create an array, we basically make a number of columns, a number of rows, and a number of columns. They are going to be the exact same number in each row. So for example, here there are 5 rows, and there are 6 things, 6 columns, but 6 things in each row. So if we take a look at what this is asking us to do, make an array with counters. Mark the dots to show the array. The first array is a 4 by 6 array, and I'm just going to use these letter tiles as counters. It really doesn't matter what you use, as long as they're little and it can be handled by you easily. So 4 by 6. So I'm going to make 4 rows, and then I'm going to put 6 things in each row, just like this. 4 rows and 6 things in each row. Make sure I have the exact right number. Okay, 4 rows, yes, and do I have 6 things in each row? 3, 4, here, 5, 6. Yes, I do. Okay, so this would be considered a 4 by 6 array, or 4 times 6. So the number of things in this array is going to tell me what 4 times 6 is, or what 4 by 6 is. So I'm going to count these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I used 24 counters to create that array. So the problem is asking me how many counters I used. Well, I used 24. And I'm going to mark my array right on here. And we can use X's, or you can use 1, 2, 3, 4s. You can fill in the dots. You know, darken the dots more if you want to. Let's see, 4 rows, and I have to put 6 things in each row. You do count the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to make sure that I have 6 things in each row. And after I do this, if I check, I should have 24 dots darkened in my array. So let's check. See, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 4 by 6. Another way to write that is 4 by 6. And we also read this as 4 times 6. So we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 6 is 12. Plus 6 is 18. Plus 6 is 24. So 4 by 6, or 4 times 6, equals 24. For this next one, you want to make 3 rows with 8 counters per row. So you can use your counters again if you want to, and this time you need to rearrange them into just 3 rows. So get your rows set up first. can do 1, 2, 3, and then you want to put 8 things in each row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 there. Put 8 things in this row. And then we're going to put 8 things in this row. So, and my rows aren't as neat as they should be, so make sure when you're doing this, you organize them neatly so that it's easier to count them and easier to make sure that you have the correct number in each row. There, that's a little bit better. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, and do I have 8 in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I do. So I'm going to say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I'm using 24 counters again. I'm going to push this over here. I'm using 24 counters again. And this time I need 3 rows and 8 counters. I'm going to mark it up here. 2, 3, and then 8 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I use the same number of counters, but my array is different because this time I had 3 rows times or by 8 in each row. So 3 times 8 also equals 24. Okay, you want to do the same thing with number 3. Just follow this pattern. If your child doesn't need to use counters, that's okay. If they're able just to pick the 2 rows out on here and then mark however many across, which in this case is 12, that's okay. They don't need to use the counters if they're already getting the concept of what the counters are used for. However, if your child is really struggling to understand this and how this works, please have them use the counters and feel free to give them additional examples. Now for the bottom part, write these problems on the back of the page. Solve. Show your work. So you want to solve these problems. Pay attention on here to whether you're adding or subtracting. So don't multiply, don't try to divide, just add addition or subtraction. So you've got to pay attention to that sign. And also, again, for your unit is not plus or minus. Your unit is whatever it is you're adding. Eggs, or magnets, or counters. Whatever it is you want to talk about here. So this one you get to decide. In some of the number stories where they give you the units, you don't get to decide. But for these, you're still able to decide. So this is Homelink 4.2, arrays.